What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Talk Trash Podcast where we talk about gaming, entertainment, sports, news, culture, pretty much anything else we feel like. I'm your host and worst best friend, Ramboss the Terrible, and the man to my right, who has been unsuccessfully trying to sell crack cocaine to teenagers, Mike Ehle.
Just trying to motivate this new generation, man. Trying to wake them up, man. Get them out moving.
Get them out moving? These lazy ass kids.
These kids are pretty smart. But goddamn.
All right. And on that note, let's go ahead and get this show started. All right, Mike, so I saw a video that was on YouTube, and I kind of want to play it for you just to kind of get your thoughts on it. It involves somebody named Mr. Beast. Do you know who that is?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Have you heard of him? Oh,
there's plenty of them out there.
Dude, he is like
a beast?
Well, he is a beast. He's one of the biggest names on YouTube. Like, seriously, he's probably at least in like the top 10 for sure.
Okay, so I've probably seen him.
You've probably seen him, exactly.
Is he the guy that spits out shit and says, go to the fucking gym?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
But he's known for like doing a lot of like really kind of crazy giveaways and things like that. Like he gave away a house as a tip to like a pizza delivery guy, you know?
Yeah.
So he does a lot of, the dude's loaded, and he just does a lot of crazy shit like that. Gives away cars and houses.
So I can start fucking Ubering over there.
Right? But what he recently did is kind of got him in some like, not necessarily hot water, but it's got him a lot of like criticism. And
oh shit! Okay.
I just want to kind of get your thoughts on it. So I'm gonna play a little bit of a clip.
Give me some money, man. I look the other way.
Just a little bit. All right. So let's go ahead and get that played.
Following him putting out a video where he donated 20,000 pairs of shoes to kids in South Africa, with Jimmy at one point in the video even saying these were their first ever pair of shoes. And while many people's reaction to this was, wow, stuff like this, it restores my faith in humanity, we're seeing good being done in the world, you also had a big growing group of people questioning the philanthropy behind all this, saying things like this isn't really charity, saying he's using needy people as props to make himself look like the good guy, tweets going viral saying, let me know when y'all catch up and realize how weird this motherfucker is. But in general, those criticizing Mr. Beast and the content, right, they were talking about the nature and incentives of charity content. Right, with a number of those people arguing there are plenty of wealthy people who do public acts of service, but quote, don't frame that work as weird voyeuristic stunts. And others adding, so weird that 20,000 children need to rely on a rich white man from the West to have their basic needs met and get their faces plastered on the internet so he can earn clout. But to that, you had others who support the content saying, no, he's making this content not only to inspire others to do the same, but also by making that content, he's able to foot the bill. With Mr. Beast even responding to one of his critics, saying, no hate, you probably just haven't seen this channel, but actually it is a charity, and I obviously don't profit from it. 100% of all revenue from Beast philanthropy goes towards running my food banks and helping ease human suffering, and since inception, I've personally put in millions into Beast philanthropy. That's the whole point. Make content around helping people to generate more money to help more people.
All right, so what do you think about what Mr. Beast has been getting criticized for?
It's crazy how we kind of live in a world now, like when somebody's like, because you talk about how rich this dude was, and every little thing he does, people are there's always going to have that one side that always just scrutinize everything, like, oh, he's just doing it for clout. He's just doing it, for likes or whatever. Motherfucker, he's doing it. Who gives a damn? like we always say when we have issues like this, if it don't affect my life, I really don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, my thing is with this is like the people who are complaining are the same people who aren't doing shit about it.
Yeah.
All they're doing is complaining. And here's my question with this is like if he's donating all these shoes, there's something like 20,000 shoes they said, right?
Yeah.
What the hell are the governments doing for these poor people that they need to have 200,000 pairs of shoes donated? There's obviously a gap between those needy people and the government. I think they said it was in South Africa. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. I bet there's a lot of people that are saying, why don't he just take care of the home front?
Well, even so, he does do that. He does it here also.
I'm just saying, but you always got that side. Why can't we just take care of our issues? It doesn't. It's like, my man, he's doing something. He's trying to do something positive.
Yeah, whether he's helping at home or he's helping away, like the dude is helping. Period.
Yeah.
Like
he's doing more than what I do. I tell you that much.
Yeah, well, me too, for sure. But the thing is, like, I just don't understand people's need to constantly like, just criticize some shit. Like, the dude is legitimately trying to help people who need it. End of story.
Yeah.
Like, that's the end of it. There's
That's all that should be
20,000.
looked at.
Yeah, there's 20,000 kids out there who now have a pair of shoes.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't
before.
like. Okay, he's getting more follow. Okay, that once again don't affect my life now at all. That he's gonna make money off of this dang post or whatever like that just because he's an influencer.
Yeah, well, my thing is, let him make more money, because if he makes more money, like his post said, he makes more money, he can give more money to people who need it.
Yeah, he'll do more things like this.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just, I think people have too much fucking, like, too much time on their hands to be worrying about what people like Mr. Beast is doing in regards to, like, actually helping folks. Like, all these people saying, oh, look how weird, this is a weird thing, like, why is this rich white dude coming over here to like help out for clout? Like, the dude's over there helping. Who gives a fuck about any of the other side shit? Oh, a rich white guy's doing it. Who cares? Would it matter if it was a rich black dude doing it?
Yeah,
like,
I'm
who
trying
gives
to find
a shit?
people that say they want to bless my Cash App. Man, I ain't got my Cash App blessed yet. Where's those people at?
Send Mr. Beast a message and maybe he'll help you out. So that's my thoughts. That's all I.
Yeah, it's
really
crazy. Like, we just live in a world like this now that you got to have some negative with every positive. You got to find some way to make it negative sometimes.
And I just wanted to show you a quick little video that they have of Mr. Beast years and years ago, saying that he basically doesn't have an issue using homeless people for views, right?
Yes.
So I'll play this for you real quick.
People get mad and say this is a bad way to get views. Tell them, like, you're okay with this. Are you okay with it?
Hell yeah.
That's right, YouTube.
Best day of my life right here.
Homeless people don't care if I use them for views.
That boy said, hell yeah.
Right.
Shit.
But you can see, like, this is a video that people have been using to kind of like criticize him. Like, this old ass video from like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And saying, like, look, he obviously doesn't care about these people. He's just using them for views. But in the end, he just gave that man, like thousands of dollars. So do you think that guy genuinely cares if he's in that video or not right now?
Yeah, you say no. He don't care one bit.
No, exactly. He doesn't care. Mr. Beast just helped that dude out, gave him some money to do whatever he needs to do.
When you put somebody on camera like that, you pretty much have to get their permission.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're going to post it, you have to have it, especially if it's in like an interview status. But if it's just in the public, you can post people who are like, they don't have any like reasonable expectation of privacy. But this guy is obviously on an interview, so he needed to ask, like, hey, can I post it? Do you care about this? Regardless, he helped the guy. But this is something that I've seen a lot popping up for Mr. Beast, like his naysayers saying, look at how big of a piece of shit he is. He hasn't changed at all. Like I said, I just think people have
too much time, like you said.
Too much time, and are a little too fucking self-righteous.
Just try to put people down. You always got to put people down.
Yeah, exactly. They don't need to.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it. The dude's helping people.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight. And
he's making money off it. He's taking that money to help more people, and it's just a fucking cycle, He gives the money away, makes money off of that, and gives the money away again.
Gives it right back. Yeah, gives it back away.
So whatever. I think, in my opinion, I think he's doing a service. So it is what it is. And that's it. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I agree.
Respect.
Just bless my Cash App. I don't even have a Cash App, but I mean,
just keep asking. All right, cool.
Ain't asking much.
And speaking of homeless people, I was almost homeless in Warcraft.
Oh, damn. What, from last week, right?
from the last few weeks. All right. So let me just go ahead and explain to you what's been going on for those of you who aren't aware. Over the last few weeks, my guild...
new family.
My guild in World of Warcraft has been having some issues. And primarily they're... not even feuding or anything like that. It's mostly just came down to less people were playing because people needed breaks and were getting burnt out. And because of that, we weren't able to complete the basically the raids that we wanted to. And a raid is basically like a 25 people get together, and they try to accomplish a task like running through a dungeon together or whatever it might be, and beating the bosses along the way, getting new gear, blah, 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 blah. Right? Mike, you look like you're following along just fine. Perfect.
I am. I can do it with 2.
With 2 what?
2 people. That's it. You don't need 25. It's all a mindset. That's all it is, man. You get your mind right, you can do it.
Anyway,
you need 25.
I wish you were right, because 25 is a lot of people. But basically, most of the time, we were only able to get about 20, and then it actually ended up being like 18, and they just kept dropping and dropping.
Perfect. That's it.
Till we couldn't run it at all, right? We just were. It wasn't possible anymore. So I ended up hitting up the GM of another guild and said, "Hey, listen, would you be willing to take in the guildies that I have for basically
how many mouths were you coming in? How many mouths were you trying to feed?
Around 20.
18?
Around 20. Yeah. Around
God
20.
Damn.
And
Shit, that's a whole new life.
it just so happened that they were having a couple issues themselves with some people, and a couple of their people also fell out, more than 10 or so. So she accepted. She said, "Yeah, bring your people over."
How deep was the other
we'll
one?
work. They were bigger than we were.
Damn.
Yeah, because at one time we were able to run 2 25s and 3 10-man, or pardon me, 4 10-mans. We ended up being down to 125, and then we had 3 10-mans, and then when we finally were like, "Hey, can we join you guys?" We were only able to run 1 10-man and no 25s at all.
Jesus.
Yeah, we fucking fell apart. And
fast.
yeah, they lost. I believe they lost like 1 10-man or something like that, and like a couple other couple players along the way. Major players in their guild that we were hopefully able to supplement those losses. But anyway, we've been having a fucking blast with these people since they accepted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're actually really cool.
How do
people.
they feel about it?
I hope they like.
Do they
us.
feel like you guys are really fucking dragging us down? We're just having a blast riding on y'all's coattails.
yeah, they're just carrying us.
Fuck them up, Rick.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I mean, they have some really, really good players. I mean, I've looked at their logs and things like that. Logs aren't everything, but it kind of... So, what you know what a log is?
Yeah, it's out there in the woods.
Well, so basically all it is just it's a record of like how well they did on...
like a log.
with their
Like a
characters.
logbook.
A logbook, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. Yeah.
So I looked at their...
I've seen them.
We'll just call them their records. And I was able to kind of put together, like you can tell like they have some really, really hardcore players, and they have some really kind of casual players. And just like every guild, there's some people who are, really into like pushing as hard as they can, get the biggest numbers they can. And other people are just there to kind of like have a good time and like kind of smile and look at the trees and kind of shit. Like that's
Smile
just
away,
their things.
boys. Smile
Exactly.
away.
That's all that they want to do, which is fine. But it's a nice fit because we had people like that too. We have some people who just want to, raid once a week and then turn the computer off until next week. And then we have other people who stay on 24 hours. But I think it was a really good call, and I really do appreciate them letting us play with them. It kind of reinvigorated everybody. It is. It makes... They have a good vibe.
So how big is the squad now? What y'all got now?
Let's see. There's about to be 3 25-mans going now.
Back to 325s.
Yeah, so like I said, when we only had 2 initially in the original guild, so now it's about to be 3 on the new one, and I don't even know how many 10-mans. I'm not even sure if they like keep track of how many 10-mans they have.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they got a lot of people.
So how's that work? Like if you're just part of a 25, you just always run with this 25?
Primarily, you try to keep the same teams, yeah. So that way you kind of learn to play together, and it builds camaraderie and shit like that. And it's just it's more fun when you know the people you're playing with. But sometimes you'll only get like 23 people show up, because 25 people, it's impossible to get 25. You're really lucky if you get the same 25 every week consistently.
Yeah.
So I would say like 23 every week consistently, and then you like, hey, we need two people. Does anybody want to play? And you just ask the big group, whoever has some extra people who want to jump in.
Okay. I see.
But yeah,
I feel you.
I just wanted to say that if you're somebody who's playing, and you're not having
You're homeless. You're homeless.
You're homeless. I would suggest finding a guild just because
not
no, stay away from my people.
Guild.
No, but I was just saying, like, it really does change how you feel about the game.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
when you go to a new command, in the military, you go to a new command.
Yeah,
fresh start. Nobody knows what you did last one. Now,
no one knows how big of a fucking shitbag you were.
Yeah, unless you fucked up real bad last one. Because man, every time when they call ahead, hey bro, you're getting this fucking dirt bag. Good luck.
Yeah, have fun, enjoy. Good luck with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just reminded me. I remember. I'm not going to say names, but I remember we were getting a guy who their command called us and was like, "Hey, listen, he got a DUI over here, but it's not our business because he's not our command anymore." And then our command was like, "Well, it isn't our business because he's not attached to us yet." Yeah, so he just got a DUI in between and never got in trouble for it because neither command wanted to deal with it.
That's fucking gangster.
Right? That's super fucking lucky for that guy.
He just had to go back home and show up for court.
I don't even know what the hell happened from that, but I just know neither command did it. Yeah, but it worked out well for him.
We had a dude, young kid. He had both, East Wast and air warfare.
Yeah.
He came from a carrier in Japan, and this was when we were in South Carolina. And then the dude that he reported to, he called the command back there. He's like, "Hey man, thanks for sending this squared away sailor, man. This dude's East Wast and air warfare." His old command was like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Are you serious?
He just slipped him in his record.
Oh my god. Yeah, he probably got in a fucking ton of trouble for that.
Oh yeah. He got that dude. He lost all. He was he got knocked down to like an E1, and then he just lost both those SWAW.
Yeah, damn.
So he just lost everything. That motherfucker just came for nothing.
Well, he's a dumb
matter of fact, he went back down to E2 because he was a frocked E4. He wasn't paid for yet.
Well, he kind of deserved what he got then.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah, but whatever. Fuck
yeah,
that
man.
kid.
Good on you, man. You got a new home, man. Hope it works out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And yep,
watch out,
I'm really
man.
looking forward
Watch
to
your
it.
back. I wouldn't trust him yet, though. I just wouldn't trust him yet. If I see all fun and games, then
I don't even know. Like, I can't even imagine these people like doing anything that would like make me upset. Genuinely, like it just seemed like cool fucking people.
Man. Bunch of crazy people out there.
We'll see.
I don't know how the damn WoW works. The WoW world works, but you'll be surprised. Man.
But you're giving me advice just not to trust them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't trust nobody. Somebody who just brings you in like that, man, I'm kind of sketchy. You know?
I know. I'm getting worried now. I'm gonna go and talk to the GM later and figure out what's going on.
Next thing you know, man, you're probably gonna get raped in your sleep or some shit. I don't know how the WoW world works. You fucking wake up and all your equipment stolen. Boxers turn around backwards, ass sore.
I tend to run around in that game naked a lot. And
you did. You used to you wait by the fountain.
I did. I wait by the fountain, and someone told me "nice cock."
Yeah,
that was it. But honestly, now I don't remember who it was. It might have been one of these guys before I joined them. Oh man, sexual assault before I even got here.
Been watching a lot of motherfucking detective shows, man. Some
Sons
crazy
of bitches.
People.
Sons of bitches.
What you want to do, man? You raid first.
What do you mean I raid first?
Attack the camp. Attack the guild.
It doesn't work like that. I can't just. No.
Go up there and challenge the leader.
Yep.
Challenge the leader to
challenge them to a death match.
Yeah, exactly.
Licks, if you're listening, keep one eye open.
Yeah. Don't sleep too comfortable.
I just wanted to throw this
question.
Go ahead.
About your life still.
About my life, sure.
Yeah, man. The Spartan race you're about to run. That's coming up next month, right?
That's it's in April, April 16th, I think. I think so. I mean, I'm doing I've literally, because of that couch to 5K thing, I've gone from literally like not being able to run 5 minutes to running I can run about 3 miles without stopping right now. So
damn, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not fast, don't get me wrong.
Shit,
but it's still 3 miles.
Shit. Yeah.
So
reason why I asked, because I was talking to one of my friends. And, we did 2 Spartan races. You know how you get a medal for each Spartan race, and then you get a third of a medal for a big medallion because they got a sprint, a beast, and a super. They got 3 different types of races, and you could take the third and make one big old one. Well, I think you got to get it completed. Like you have to do all 3 in a year. The last time I did one was like 2016 or 17, one of the fucking years. But I was like, why can't I just go do the 3rd one I never done before and still connect it? I'm thinking I could still connect it. But then the person was like, what about the years? I was like, man, I can file that down and change the year.
So I have a question. Does each one of those pieces say like the year and time you did it? Or
I don't know if the big one does.
So it's 3 individual pieces, right? So when you put them together, it'll still say 3 individual like races on there, right? They don't have like a combining symbol for all 3.
See the combining symbol, because like the beast is green or something like that, or sprint is blue. It's green, blue, and red, and each race is a different color. Like the sprint, the beast, and the super, they're all different colors.
Yeah. And
then, like I said, the one that's all 3 put together, I don't think that one has a year on it. But you get a separate one for just doing just those races. And I think those ones have a year on it. I don't know about the big one. I don't think the big one together. I got to go back and look at it. But if not, why couldn't you just sand it down? Motherfucker sand down fucking serial number off of guns and they get away with murder. I'm just trying to fucking sand down fucking metals to get away with a run. That's it.
just to make it look like you did it in 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing.
I
don't think nobody's gonna go back and check the record.
That's such a stupid thing to do.
You almost had this job, but we went back and we looked at your fucking Spartan record.
Yeah, the dates didn't match up.
Yeah, next they take away all my medals like that dude I was just talking about.
Sir, we will not tolerate liars in this company. Get out.
I just wanted all 3.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, hopefully, you don't have to beat like any certain time or anything, right, to get one of those pieces, like.
No. You just gotta finish.
In that case, yeah.
No, I know some people that didn't even finish and just walked around and picked it up at the end anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that might have been a Tough Mudder one. It was one of the 2, Tough Mudder or Spartan. But we had a person that they completed like a lot of it. They just not that's the Tough Mudder one, because where's the Halloween one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think I'll be good for it. I'm not too.
Which one you doing? Like a sprint or a?
It's a sprint. It's a sprint. Okay. Yeah, Spartan sprint. It's
okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's just it's basically the 5K version.
So. Okay, they don't have the electrical wires on that one. I think Tough Mudder's electrical wires.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think it's Tough Mudder. That shit sucks.
Yeah, but if I do, if I can get through this one, I'll keep signing up for them, because it honestly motivates you a little bit just to keep going, because you have to fucking be able to finish this thing. So that's why. But I think honestly, the day of, when the adrenaline's going and you kind of see and the next
first
thing.
Cramp hits, and then you're like, I don't know about this.
We'll see. I haven't had a cramp in a while.
Yeah.
I was getting them a lot when I first started running, like a couple months back, but it's all good. So, quick news with the gaming stuff. Resident Evil 4. I don't know. I remember you were into Resident Evil. It's coming out in like a couple weeks. Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh, I was about to say that shit. They already had that shit, but the remake.
Yeah, they have a new one. It's my buddy was playing it on his computer, and I was watching like a stream of the demo. It's called the Chainsaw demo. And
Chainsaw demo.
Yeah. Did you ever play 4?
I think I did. 4's out there. They're in the swamps or some shit like that.
It's in like Spain. It's like
they're like in like some swamp.
I think there's some swamps at some point or another. There's like a big alligator, not an alligator. I don't remember if it's an alligator actually. But anyway, you drive around like in a boat at one point, and fucking like this big thing tries to attack you. You're trying to save the president's daughter, basically. But yeah, they remade that, and it looks fucking awesome. It's a little different, like even like the layout of the beginning like house and stuff like that was different. So it's definitely a remake and not just like a reskinning of everything,
Yeah,
Yeah,
just brought it back out.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to it. So I'm glad that I bought all the Resident Evil games like a couple weeks ago.
I need to check that one out, see what it looks like. But then again, I think I'm gonna end up buying the fucking Last of Us games, and I think I might just start, because man, I'm so fucking. I'm like, I can't wait for season 2.
Dude, yeah, you've never played the games for Last of Us.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Oh man, so the games are a little bit different than the show, but just barely, and it's because of the medium. So like, you can't just take a game and put it on TV. It doesn't translate all that well, but they did a really good job. Yeah, they did a great job of taking the game and making it fit for TV. So you, who's never played the game and just watched the show, you're going to get a little bit more intel from the game than the show put out.
This is why I waited, you know.
Yeah.
This is going to be my filler. This is going to be my filler before season 2 comes out.
Dude, I'm excited for season 2, honestly. I want to see how they go about doing. I don't even know if they've started filming season 2 yet, or if they just
they haven't heard no.
Yeah, I thought I read somewhere that they just started.
Years.
I think it's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the girl who plays Ellie on the show, she's actually like 19 years old. So they made her look younger than she is, obviously. And I think that was smart because the second game takes place a couple years in the future.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to just kind of like not babyfy her face as much, you know? They could just kind of let her be her age. And I'm assuming they'll keep the same actress. I think it'll work well. And I actually I was hesitant about the show at first. When I first saw it, I was kind of I don't want to say I was 100% one of these people who are like, oh, it doesn't even look like Ellie, you know?
Yeah, I remember you talking about that at the beginning. Not you, but you're saying people were saying that shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know what Ellie's supposed to look like, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like a lot of people didn't like the fact that this actress looked nothing like Ellie. Not even like not even 10%, you know? Like they completely changed the shit. Yeah. But I like it. I actually really like what they did with her, and they did a fantastic job, and I'm looking forward to season 2. So that's it, and you're gonna really like the game. I can promise you that 100%. Yeah, you're gonna love that shit. I know you only played Red Dead Redemption and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and like Resident Evil 1.
And Resident Evil, that's it. You know, what else is that? There's other games? There's not other games, is there?
And speaking of not Resident Evil 2, Last of Us 2, there's a woman in there who, her name is Abby, right? She plays a huge part in number 2. But she is fucking jacked out of her mind. She's enormous. Yeah, she's huge. But the reason I'm bringing this up is not to continue on talking with Last of Us. It's actually because I wanted to bring up about an article I was reading about how USA powerlifters now have to allow men to compete in women's lifting meets.
Where do they make it where they have to allow?
Yeah, they have to allow them because they said it was the judges who were overseeing this case said that to not allow men and women to compete together in the same sport is discriminatory.
Why can't we just have another bracket?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm sorry,
but literally anybody can compete with anybody else right now. So only thing that matters, I think, is like weight classes. But if you fall within that weight class, whether you're a man, a woman, or trans or whatever, like everybody competes together. So tell me how that's not going to fucking erase women from powerlifting.
I guess like the weight classes thing, like, man, I know a lot of females like 120 strong, and I'm looking at a guy that probably weighs about 120. I'm like, well, dude, don't. But then again, probably compared to a female, okay, they might already almost come out the gate as strong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just because the biology says a man is going to be physically stronger than a woman.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how it is. Like, there's not many people who will debate that.
But yeah, I don't understand why we allowed it. Just like how you see the track and all that stuff. And
yep.
Golly.
Well,
we have an issue with high school over here. So I think it was 2 males, and this is high school. They tried out to be male cheerleaders. And supposedly that their judging was a little bit harder, so that way they couldn't be. But they just wanted to be male cheerleaders, just to be male cheerleaders, not for like competition or stuff like that, just to be part of the squad. And there's male cheerleaders out there.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess this high school is like, well, high school didn't deny them, but they made the judging more hard for them, like the point harder for them.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They're trying to battle that right now.
Well, here's my question though. Like, all right, so powerlifting, now you have to allow men and women to lift against one another. You can't say no if they want to lift in the certain competitions, right? What's the difference between that and then having like girls wanting to participate in football or baseball or anything like that? Like, why? Like, what are you gonna do when a girl's like, I want to be the quarterback? They're gonna be like, no, this is discriminatory.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like it just
we're just opening up. We're just pretty much opening up for that.
Yeah, and that's why. But that's the whole thing is like I genuinely believe you need to have a separation between males and females in that sense.
Yeah,
you know,
you
like
do.
There's a biological difference.
Sports.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a debate club. Like you can can have a males and females on a debate club or like a chess team or something like that. You know, but when it comes to physical activities, there's a difference. There just is. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't think combining them is going to help the sport in any way, and in the name of inclusiveness, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if it could be like, well, let's say hey man, we're just going to promote one. We're going to start its own thing, and we're going to have separate fucking things. And everybody's like, well, we're just going to move to this league over here because they seem to be doing it right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if another league opens up and be like, yeah, we're not falling for that shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, then they'd be breaking the law.
I can't believe that's a law, man. But like,
exactly. That's what
damn,
I'm saying.
Man, what happened?
I don't know, man. It's just
how long we've been around this earth, and now it's a problem.
All of a sudden, now it is an issue. Yep. People try to move forward. Like, I get it. I understand, like, making progress in culture and things like that. But I don't think this is the way to go about it.
This ain't it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a made up problem with like a made up solution.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't I'm not exactly about this.
We just can't have our own categories for that. Like, okay, if you want to compete, you're competing in this category.
Yeah.
Obviously
I
there's
agree.
others that compete too. So I mean,
there should be a mixed category. Like that's literally what it should be. It'd be like, okay, so you want to have males, females, and then open. That's what it would be called.
Exactly. Yeah, if you want to go in that one, you go in that one. If not, you're going to compete in whatever you were born with.
Yep.
That's what you're competing in.
Just like like with boxing or something like that. Like you have the male division, female division, and then you have like different weight divisions.
Now that they hear you say boxing, man, they're going to change it. They're going to be like, well, you know.
That's what they're going
to be like, what were we thinking? That's when they're going to be like, damn, what were we thinking?
Don't
get me wrong. There's a lot of female UFC fighters. I would not fight.
No, but okay. So that's a good point. So the top of the line female UFC fighter, right? Do you think the top of the line female UFC fighter stands a fucking chance against somebody like John Jones?
Yeah, or the top of the line male? No, ain't no way.
No, right? Look, there's no.
He's gonna punch straight through that damn defense, and everybody, oh my god,
he's gonna punch straight through her fucking body.
Yeah,
you know,
ribs broken.
His fist will pop out the other side. But I just think not only is it kind of silly, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, it's legitimately dangerous. So some people aren't going to be like, I'm not going to hold my punches because this is a female. You know, you came in here equal. You want some equal rights? I'm going to give you equal rights and equal lefts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
And then whatever, like the organization gonna try to get you in trouble. Like, wait, no, you just said it was cool. Now it's not cool. You're like, come on, because that's probably what's gonna happen if we go down that route.
Yeah, like I said, I just think this is a route that we don't need to go down in the name of inclusivity. So I think people need to take a big, hard look at this before they decide that they just want to let whoever do whatever, you know, in any sports and things like that.
Man, I am growing out my hair, so I mean, shit, no.
Word.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got. You hear about Ja Morant and his like gun thing?
I mean, I don't really hear. I just saw memes about it. I don't know the backstory about it or nothing.
So basically, his whole thing is Ja Morant is like, he has the potential to make like $1 billion during his career in the NBA, right? He's in some hot water because he was playing with a gun in a strip club, and they have him on like, he posted it on fucking IG Live. So they were like, how the fuck did you get this gun? Like, were you traveling with this gun on like the team plane and shit like that, which is obviously not allowed, you know. And turns out like he was and things like that. So like right now he's not playing basketball. Like he's he's under investigation right now. And
yeah, damn motherfucker gotta work on that story. I'm like, no man, the dude at the club just let me hold it. I'm just taking pictures. Shit, God damn.
I don't know what the fuck, but he's in some hot shit right now. And Powerade, which had just signed, like literally dude, a couple days ago, had just signed
he dropped
a
out.
contract with him saying that he was going to be the new face of fucking Powerade for the US campaign.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, look, we're going to step away from you for now until we figure out what's going on. But as of this moment, you are no longer like the Powerade. You know, we're not going to use you. And
I don't blame him. God, that's crazy, man.
Nike's still stuck by him for now. And he's set to make like over $200 million with the NBA starting next year. The new contract he's got. But all of this shit's in jeopardy right now because of this. Yeah. So I'm not here to have a gun debate, you know, and say, you know, people should have guns or whatnot, right? Yeah. I just think you should not be flaunting a fucking gun on IG Live if you're going to be the face of a fucking company who and
then you're in a separate city. You just flew into that city.
Right.
Yeah. So like you were back at home, okay, yeah. Now you just brought that, like you said, you're traveling on a plane with this, whatever, however you got there. That's crazy.
Right? That shit is...
It was funny. We just, there's some young players.
He was home.
Was he home? Okay.
He was home. He was in Tennessee. He plays for the Grizzlies.
Okay, I thought he was away and he was bringing on planes and stuff like that.
Regardless, he had it on the plane, though. That was when he was like, fuck, or he was traveling with it on his person.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things, like, he's going to be in a lot of trouble for if they come to conclude. Like, that's fucking super illegal. That's a federal offense.
Yes.
So,
we had, it was funny, there's a story over here in Louisiana. A college player got caught down in New Orleans with a gun. But he wasn't, you know, flashing around. Like, he was just caught because he's underage. But then it's funny, you read the comments, everybody's like, that motherfucker went to New Orleans. I don't blame him. Shit. That motherfucker just out there being safe. All the comments and shit is like almost positive things. Nothing really came about it because, like I said, he just got caught. He just got pulled over with it, and there's okay, you got a gun and you're underage. But it was just funny how people are just like, that motherfucker went to New Orleans on Mardi Gras. Shit, I don't blame him.
No, I mean, I'm not saying I'm against fucking like open carry or anything like that. Like, I have a ton of guns, so I am definitely for the Second Amendment. The thing is, people were saying about in his situation, if he's somewhere where he needs to carry a gun, he's in the wrong place. Yeah. You know, he shouldn't be there. And not to mention, the dude's got fucking money coming, like, falling out his asshole. He has enough to hire fucking bodyguards and shit like that, which he has.
Yeah,
you know?
They're supposed to take the charge, you know what I'm saying? That's what he was supposed to say. No, it's my bodyguards.
Yeah. So what's his...
Work on the story, man. Yeah. You should have talked to me before it came out.
You could have made some money.
I could have talked to
him. Instead of begging Mr. Beast for Cash App.
Hey, exactly. Damn.
But, yeah, that's all. I just wanted to mention that real quick.
Have you been watching any of the NFL free agency?
No. Haven't been following it at all.
You know, where do you think Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets? Have you been following that?
I don't know. I honestly do not like the Jets, and I do not like Aaron Rodgers, so I want him to go to the Jets. So I don't see him making the Jets any better. Like, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is pretty much like...
It's funny that you see all these memes. Like, he's trying to make requests. Like, hey, man, get this receiver, and I'll come to y'all.
Are you serious? Like, he's trying to make demands right now? Like, don't get me wrong. He's a fucking Hall of Famer, but he's on the tail end of his career. Like, obviously. Yeah, exactly. If I was him, I would have just retired. Like, I would have retired.
Yeah, that's what I would. Yeah,
you know.
And then you already know he's ready to go into broadcasting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's got more money coming in anyway. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Just get that chapter started instead of risking your body playing for a shitty fucking team so you can embarrass yourself on the way out. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And then you don't. Let's say you go to the Jets and you get some of those requests filled and you don't come through.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, you're garbage, man.
But that's the thing, though, is like these. I feel like you would have a hard time being an NFL quarterback if you didn't have an enormous ego.
Yeah.
You know, like, they have to have a huge ego. So the fact that he's been so good for so long, and been one of the faces of the fucking NFL, you know? Like, it's really probably hard for him to step down. Like, Tom Brady stepped down, what, 3 times? He fucking retired, you know?
Yeah, he's getting there, yeah.
And so,
he might come back this
yeah, who knows? Who the fuck knows? He might come back. Like, I'm not going to put it past him at this point.
My Saints got Derek Carr.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I mean, they got Derek Carr. Jimmy G went to the Raiders.
Raiders, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw he went to the Raiders. He's been in the NFL for a long-ass time, too.
Who that, Jimmy G?
Yeah, and how many teams has he played for by now? You know?
This is his third. He went from New England. Well, no, it might be his fourth. I think it's his third. I think he went from New England to 49ers. And the 49ers just, yeah, you're the starter. No, you're not the starter.
Yeah, just kidding.
He never did nothing wrong, really.
Well, we'll see how it plays out for him.
Yeah, now he's gonna probably be in charge of this team, so we'll see how this works. He got Devontae Adams, so
they give him. I wonder if they give him a franchise tag there. You know, probably has to yeah.
I know Lamar Jackson just got a franchise tag, but he still can talk to other teams. Come in, I think starting this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah, and then there's some rumor that the Patriots are trying to look at him.
Oh, the Patriots. I think the Patriots' time is long gone. They're done.
Oh no, man! They get Lamar, man, and Bill Belichick and Lamar. They could shock the world.
You sound so hopeful.
We got Derek Carr, man. I'm gonna see how this goes.
Respect.
The only thing good about we getting Derek Carr, we got probably the best quarterback in the NFC South. Because Carolina ain't got a quarterback. Atlanta got a rookie quarterback. Atlanta just picked up a quarterback, matter of fact. Heineke from the Redskins. And then the Tampa Bay, rumor that Baker Mayfield might go to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Or Baker Mayfield did get signed to Tampa Bay for like a year.
Baker Mayfield is a walking fucking shit show.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad he's in the NFC South.
That dude is, oh my god. Yeah, he's too much.
They go from Tom
I feel
Brady
like he's just bad for like, dude, I know, exactly. Like, I feel like he's bad for like any locker room, you know? Like, he just doesn't seem like he's
I don't know. You probably hear some people in the locker room, because just like people in the locker room, they love Odell Beckham. But people in the media, or not media, but people probably like outside of it, they hate Odell Beckham.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We don't really know.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so last thing I want to talk about before we kind of like move into the second half is today, dude. I took my dogs to the park earlier, right?
Okay.
And I left Bo behind because Bo is kind of a dickhead to other dogs.
I've been screaming "fuck Bo" since day one.
for years. For anyone wondering, this guy used to give my Boston Terrier Bo protein. So Bo right now,
he was a beast, man.
Bo right now. So Boston Terriers are supposed to be between 13 and 25 pounds, right? Bo is fucking 30 pounds of muscle. Like, he's enormous and jacked, not fat, just fucking jacked. Still, and he's 9 now. 9-year-old jacked ass dog. But anyway.
They got a picture of him. He was in a harness, and he looked so huge. I think you see his triceps.
He's big as fuck. But anyway, I left Bo behind, right, because he doesn't do well with other dogs. So I took just Gil, the Brittany, right? I took him out to the dog park, and I let him off the leash or whatever, and I'm just kind of chilling by this bench, and there's a woman who comes over to me, and it's like, oh, is that your dog? And I could tell she was asking with like a tone that was, I don't know, I kind of got that there was something wrong, right? So I was like, yeah, it's
like
my, Brittany. It's, huh?
Did he rape somebody out there?
He was just trying to hump everything. But no, he's a pretty chill boy. But he was just running around, like chasing birds and squirrels and whatever, right? But anyway, she comes up and she's like, oh, is that your dog? I was like, yeah. And then she's like, did you get him from a shelter? And I was like, no, I bought him. And she was like, oh, she's like, you bought your dog? And I was like, yes. And then she was like, I would never buy a dog. I only get my dogs from shelters. And I was like, that's cool. And she kind of gave me this, like, I don't want to say like a little bit of a scolding. You know, that's kind of like the impression I was getting, that I shouldn't have that I shouldn't buy my dogs. And that because I bought a dog, because I actually paid money from a breeder to get him, that I'm like a piece of shit for not buying shelter dogs.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah. So I just found that really almost like, I found it kind of rude, honestly, one.
Yeah.
But then it got me thinking, like, What do you think about that? Like, do you care whether or not somebody
like,
buys a shelter dog or?
So with a purebred dog, if they're not being bought, what do you do with So all dogs, if they're not being bought, should all dogs
they go to the shelter? Yeah, and then they become a shelter dog. Like, you just want me to waste time and fucking wait for my dog?
Just wait. Yeah, just wait. Nobody's gonna buy that dog. Let me sit back and wait till he puts him in the shelter. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
then buy it.
I think a lot of people think, like, especially when they see like I got a micro bully. I think a lot of people think they come from like a fighting family. You know what I'm saying? Like a fighting breed. And they're like, oh man, I can't believe you bought that dog and stuff. That's what I would think. But yeah, I don't understand like what people are thinking. Like, for all purebreds that are being bought, what are we supposed to do? Just sit back and like, I wanted a French bulldog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You're not going to find a French bulldog in the shelter, because as soon as the French bulldog goes in the shelter, that person that works that shelter, they're calling all their people and be like, man, we got a French bulldog.
Come get it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to find a French bulldog.
Well, that's the thing too with pure breeds. You know a lot about the dog you're getting. You know the kind of health problems that it's going to have down the line, if any. You know, like, whether it's, hyperallergenic or not. You know, generally the temperament of the dog, like its personality, whether it's good, it's going to be good with kids or other dogs and shit like that, because of the breed. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas you go to a shelter and you buy a dog that's, very mixed or something like that, it's like rolling a dice. You might get a great dog who's good with everything, or you might get a dog that fucking attacks everything, and eats everything.
Came from a broken family or whatever.
And is going to have fucking cancer in 2 years, and it's whatever. And I'm not saying those dogs don't deserve to be bought or loved or anything, I'm just saying that if somebody buys a dog early on, wants to spend their money on a purebred dog, don't go judging them because they don't want to deal with fucking
on people like
that shit is so fucking, it's like snobby, like what the fuck. And you would think it would go the other way, like the purebred people would be looking down on the shelter people because they bought,
exactly.
But it's not. It's literally the opposite way. It's the shelter dog folks looking down on the people who bought the dogs like they're huge pieces of shits, and like, you're gonna call me a piece of shit, and I fucking
experienced none of that.
You have, oh dude, like, I don't know what it is, but this is the first time I've experienced it this bad. Like, I've heard little like side comments here and there, but this is like the first like overtly fucking rude comment that I've gotten.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how someone can tell me.
Like, when I first took Apollo, the French bulldog, I took him to the dog park, and it's the very first time I took the dog park. And French bulldog, they're like small to medium.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to put him with the big dogs yet. So I brought him inside with the little dog. They got this one lady had like a little chihuahua running around, and Apollo didn't care. Apollo was out doing his own thing. He was by the gate looking at the big dogs, because I said, man, we'll go there in a minute. But then the lady over there, the only thing she said to me was, do you keep him inside? And I was like, yeah, I keep him inside. Yeah, I ain't gonna keep my dog in the backyard his whole life, shit like that. But I was like, that was just a weird question to me. I was just like,
keep him
man,
inside.
Like, she's probably worried about, because maybe if I keep him outside the whole time and her dog's around, and maybe fleas will jump onto her. But I mean, they take the flea medication too. But
yeah.
I don't know, I guess that's why she asked that question.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was just a weird question. But then we found out that both the French bulldog and the micro bulldog, they like to play with big dogs. They don't
fuck with the little ones.
Yeah, because of hell, both of them got kicked out of a doggy daycare.
That's actually funny. My mom's dog is banned from Petco because of for Petco's like grooming services, because he like fucking refuses to like let them cut his nails, and like he kept trying to like bite the fucking groomer, and they're like, you can't bring him back anymore.
No, I took mine to because I was out of town for a weekend, and I took mine to this doggy daycare thing. And like when I brought it, so when you take them over there, they give them a little test, and they pass that test. So they're like, okay, they're good to go. They're gonna be able to stay in doggy daycare. I said, all right, cool. And then so you got to pay for them to play time and stuff, so they get out of the little pen. Man, this doggy daycare you can buy a room that has a TV in it for your dog. Yeah, this was a pretty nice one. And you can buy a room, then you can buy another room where if two dogs stay in there, so they can stay in the same room and stuff like that. Well, so come to playtime, they put them with chihuahuas. And so my micro bullies run around, playing rough,
right,
like
just
knocking them over,
plowing
and stuff
through.
like that. Next thing you know, I get a call like, yeah, we can't let him play with dogs. And I said, why not? They're like, he was knocking around dogs. I was like, German Shepherds? Because he likes playing with German Shepherds.
Yeah.
They're not, no, the Chihuahuas. I was like, why are you putting him with little dogs? He weighs 35 pounds plus. He's probably about 35 to 40 pounds.
Yeah, you can't put a dog that heavy.
Yeah, he's just bulldozing
7-pound Chihuahuas.
Yeah. And that's what they're saying, that Apollo, he's the influencer. And the Kratos, he'll just go do it. Like, he just ran in there and just fucking, hey, Kratos, go hit that motherfucker. He just ran over.
So take him out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I was just getting mad because like I take pride in my dogs. Like they're fucking awesome ass dogs. Like I love them both to death. And for someone to just kind of like come at me like that, like implying that like I'm a piece of shit, you know, because but my dogs fucking have a great motherfucking life. These two motherfuckers are the most spoiled sons of bitches, you know. Toys, food, snacks, love, blankets fucking out the ass everywhere. Like the whole house is like designed for dogs. You know, I literally when I bought this house that I'm in right now, like I remember talking to realtors and telling them the backyard was too small for my dogs. And they were looking at me like, are you fucking serious right now? Like dogs? Yeah. And I'm like, I need a bigger backyard. Like now I have like almost a half an acre in my backyard in the middle of fucking Orlando just for the dogs, you know? So it's. I
wonder like if I ever get in that situation where if somebody look at me and be like, man, did you pay? I'm like, yeah, I did. And if they give me that look, I'm be like, damn. I mean, I would ask them what's to look for.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, if your dog needed $8,000 surgery, would you pay for it? And they probably don't even think about stuff like that. I'm like, well, my dog had to have $8,000 surgery,
right?
And I had to pay for that thing. So I mean, it doesn't matter if they're in the shelter or if they're being purebred, if they're being bred. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, fucking gotta love your pet like your family, man.
Yeah, it's family. Yeah,
that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Pretty much that person come over there and talk about your kid.
Yeah.
We don't play that shit. We don't play that shit here.
That's it. And being like I was just like, if like thinking about like if she was like, hey, why you didn't? There's dogs in the shelter that you could have adopted. You're like, well, bitch, do you have kids? Yeah, you have kids. Why? There's kids in fucking that could use being adopted. You know, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like
there's people that need fucking 20,000 shoes and fucking.
Exactly. You see, your bitch ass didn't help them.
Yeah, exactly, motherfucker.
But anyway,
and if your dogs in the shelter that need adopted, well, you better talk to your friends. Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. What's wrong with your friends?
So let's move on and get the write-in question in. It's pretty quick, not too deep, pretty straightforward. The write-in question says, my family's on spring break, and I cannot stand these people. They just spend all day doing nothing but complaining. I feel like I don't even know them anymore. How do I not pull my hair out from having to spend time with these assholes?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. So I'm assuming this is coming from the dad. I can't imagine a mom.
How old do you think the kids
are? Being that spring break is on, at least in high school or college level.
Yes, well, like high school kids, they're not even hanging out with parents anyways.
Yeah, it's either high school or college.
Yeah. I don't think high school kids will complain about just sitting in a room.
Me neither. I think that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
exactly. That's like what high school kids want to do.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're like middle schoolers or
you think younger?
Yeah, I think it almost sounds like young because them younger ones, but man, I'm bored because young kids they wake up early. Fucking, there's only so much of fucking SpongeBob you can watch.
I guess so. Maybe middle school. Yeah. I don't think elementary schools would be complaining.
And I think with those ones, probably middle school and lower, you need to find that spring break camp, and you should have stuck them in there.
They have camps for spring break?
Yeah.
Really? For just a week?
Yeah. Well,
damn.
A lot of it's mainly daycares, but like the daycares will take them out to places like bowling or whatever like that.
Oh, okay. Some like little thing to keep them busy.
It probably costs about like $400 a week per kid. But fuck it, like you don't want to deal with them.
Yeah, just fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
If not, man, buy the motherfuckers a lawnmower and tell them go fuck them hit up these yards and cut some grass. It's spring break, man.
Make some money.
Teach them. Yeah, exactly. Teach them how to make some money. Fucking teach them how to fucking pluck weeds out of people's old folks' garden.
Yeah, I feel like the person who wrote this when the kids were at like peak annoying because he's very upset.
Yeah.
But you know what? He probably doesn't hate them as much as this letter implies, you know? So yeah, I think he just needs to figure out a way to keep them entertained and away from him.
Yeah.
Send them
Yeah,
somewhere.
you should send them to camp.
Yeah, something like that.
Next year, send them to camp. You're stuck this year. Next year, find some camp or something like that. Even some little cooking camp. Because I don't blame them, man.
Send them to
Golly.
Jesus camp.
Exactly.
That's it. Everybody
Not,
loves
man,
Jesus.
just send them off into the woods on their own and say, hey, go start a camp.
Go start your own fucking camp.
Yeah, start your own guild. Go sit over there by the river naked and start your own fucking guild.
I like where your mind's at, Mike. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. See, I'm almost in this wild world, man, you know?
Respect. So, Mike, would you rather eat Peeps Marshmallow Chicks as a meal every day for the rest of your life, or cut your hand off?
You know, you mentioned these little Peeps. You know Pepsi brought a Pepsi out?
Peeps Pepsi?
Yeah. I guess it's a Pepsi that tastes like Peeps or has marshmallow taste into it.
That
And
sounds
so the
fucking
Peeps-
miserable.
The Peeps are supposed to be like marshmallows. They don't even taste like marshmallows.
No, it tastes like
There's
ass.
there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Has anybody ever made a s'more out of a Peeps?
I'm sure some people do.
I wonder how that is. I wonder if that's
I would
a
assume
game
it
changer.
tastes like shit also. Like, I
Man,
can't
don't
imagine
know,
it's
man.
different.
If you put a graham cracker with a Reese's peanut butter cup and then the Peep and then you squash it with another graham cracker,
I'm going to let you try that.
I might have to try it for Easter.
I absolutely will not. Like, I've been anti-Peep pretty much since I was a young
Peeps, I
kid.
put Peeps up there with like candy corn.
Yeah,
Just
me too.
pointless.
Me too. Candy
Yeah.
corn is another one that's fucking terrible. But the thing is, the people who like Peeps are the same people who like candy corn.
Yeah, they should make a candy corn Peep.
Those combined two of the
Peep-
worst fucking
Put the
things.
Peep on that fucking duck bill or whatever. Peeps are ducks,
Just
right?
sticking
Is that
out of
what
his
they are?
fucking... They're chicks.
Yeah.
I think they have
Oh,
bunny
they are
versions
chicks.
also.
Yeah, they are chicks. You're right.
Yeah, they have bunny versions too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you ever heard of a circus peanut?
Yeah, the little orange things.
The little orange things. Those things are another fucking nasty ass.
They weren't that bad, I don't think.
Oh, those are so bad. They taste like
You gotta
styrofoam.
try it
with,
again
like,
when you
some
grow
bullshit.
up, man.
I don't know, maybe, but I don't want to. Like, I tried them as
Yeah.
kids, and I was just like, "This is who eats these fucking things?" You know?
It
That was-
breaks like a styrofoam.
Yeah, exactly. Like
maybe-
they literally,
maybe
like when you tear them in
Maybe I am
half.
tripping. Maybe it wasn't that good when I had it.
Yeah, I'm not about.
I can't forget that little snap when you snap it.
Yeah,
It's like breaking styrofoam.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like rips. Like you can hear it kind of like rip.
Yeah.
It's really strange. And it can't be fucking good for you. Like, I mean, not good for you, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's
Yeah.
probably bad for you.
So Peeps for a meal. I think I might have to. Like I
Or
said,
cut your hand off.
I think I can create something where it'll take the Peep flavor away.
Every day for a year, for your entire
A
life,
Peeps more for breakfast.
you would have to get so fucking creative with those Peeps.
Ugh. Well, I mean, Pepsi tried.
Well, right on. Good for Pepsi, I guess.
And then you know the worst about it, like I never tried the Peep Pepsi. I just saw it like on Facebook or something. And it's funny because it's a yellow label. And when I first saw it, I was thinking, man, they may have lemon Pepsi, Pepsi lemon, whatever. I said that's not bad, but just imagine if that label was turned around and you go grab that bitch, take it to the register, ring it up, crack that bitch open, and you taste that fucking Peep ass.
Yeah, you'd be you're gonna be fucking pissed.
That Peep ass juice. Just dribble down. God damn.
Just, that'd be so terrible.
Your day, man.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
go out and fight, man.
All right, so you
But
were
I think I'm
voting
about to
for
go- I don't, because hell, even with the pain in my knee, man, I don't think I could just take an arm off, man. Fuck.
not an arm, just your hand. I would lose my hand.
Yeah.
I would give my hand up.
Maybe a digit. At least
No.
a digit.
Well, this is the thing for me. Like, I love food. Like food
Yeah.
to me is like fucking the best part of the day is being able to eat something
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah.
And if I had to take one of those delicious meals and turn it into Peeps every fucking day, I would psychologically not be able to do that. But I could
go crazy where
physically.
you'll cut off your hand.
I might as well just lose this fucking hand and just be like, whatever. Now I have a cool ass claw, and I can go enjoy myself a delicious fucking Who cares? Anything else but a fucking peep, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I might try a peep s'more on Easter.
All right. Well, if you do, let me know how it goes.
But I just gotta buy one peep. I'm not buying a fucking pack of them.
Oh, see, that's just one peep. I'm not even saying you have to have this is a meal. You have to eat a whole meal with these peeps.
Yeah, just three
Like,
of them.
not three's fine. Three's a meal.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But that's what I'm going with. All right, cool. So we figured that out. All right, Mike, what are you enjoying at the moment that you want to share with the listeners before we get on out of here?
Roger. I've been watching. Man, this new show just came out on Paramount Plus. You got Paramount Plus?
Yes.
Okay. If not, I mean, somehow I think you know how you get that free one, then you back out of it.
Oh no, that's what I did.
Yeah, but sometimes when I go on Amazon Prime and I search the show that I want to watch that's on Paramount Plus, it pops up and I can watch it.
Oh, respect.
But anyway, so the show is called School Spirits, and man, it's pretty gangster. Like the first 5 minutes, it was pretty funny. To me, it was. It was about this girl so what it is about School Spirits, about people that died on campus and they're stuck there. And so a lot of the kids, like there's kids from like the 90s, kids from the 70s and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Like the dude from the 90s, part that's funny from the dude from the 90s. So he's gay. And then he's like, and the girl that just recently died, she's like, how'd you die? And he's like, I got a peanut allergy. He's like, you can imagine how that went. Because they're talking about, so a lot of the kids, when they died, they were picked on before they died. And then so he was like, man, I got a peanut allergy. He's like, you can tell how that went in the 90s. And she's like, what are you talking about? Well, first off, I'm in the 90s. I'm gay. And I died by nuts. He's like, the people, how much they ragged me after I died. I just stopped caring and shit like that. But, and then it was funny. So at the very beginning, the girl that died, she's there. And they're having an assembly for when she died. And the dude's like, hey, we're here for the morning. Like the principal's like the morning of, she's a missing person now, stuff like that. Then after that, they do her little skit for like 2 minutes. And so next up, the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders just go up there and start cheering and shit like that. Like, what? And they kept on calling her Maggie. Her name's Maddie. So it's just like, man. But it's called School Spirits.
Nice. That actually sounds pretty funny.
This other thing, man. You know what this is?
No.
This thing is gangster. So you know how I said I want to start traveling? That's one of my New Year's things. It's a cell phone gimbal, man. This shit's so gangster, man. Look at this shit. You can turn around and get stable fucking images. So I'm gonna try to look. I've been watching videos how to use the cell phone gimbal and shit like that.
It looks pretty cool. I apologize if you hear my dog barking.
But the only reason why I did it is because I'm going to Dallas this weekend, and I want to try to take some awesome fucking images and content. I've been watching some videos. It was only $150.
Respect.
They got cheapers for like $75, but I just want to get the $150 one. But yeah, man, we're gonna see how this goes.
Cool. Hopefully the videos come out good.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I'm gonna try to be one of, because I got a fucking high-end fucking camera and shit. I was like, but I see what people do with cell phones. I said, let me try the cell phone life.
Yeah, see what that's about. But nice. For me, I've been enjoying like these, like they're called like hoof cleaners, hoof cleaning.
Hoof cleaners, like for horses.
Yes, I fucking love those videos. I don't know why. I just like, I can watch those things for hours on end. Yeah, I'm all about it. So hoof cleaners. Video. Yeah, videos. That's it.
I just thought you go around and just buy hoof cleaners and
no, just watch the video.
Walk around with it.
Yeah, they're very like almost therapeutic, like soothing to watch. My dog is driving me fucking crazy right now.
You should. That's what I'm about to say. You should buy the little dog paw cleaners and you put their hand up and it cleans their little hand.
Maybe, but anyway, that's all I got, Mike. You still got some tea? Or you good? What's up?
Let me see. I got a splash. Let me get rid of it.
Respect.
Got a little splash left.
All right, cool. Here we go. All right.
For the outro.
Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. If you want to contact us, feel free to head over to our website at www.talkintrashpodcast.com to leave a recommendation or just drop a line and say what's up. If a web form really isn't your thing, you can email us directly at Ramboss or Ehle at talkintrashpod.com. And make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all by searching Talkin' Trash Pod. You could also check us out on Spotify or Anchor if you just want to hear our sexy ass voices.
Yeah, even Gills.
Even Gills right at the end, right? Just fucking losing his mind. And guys, if you made it this far without subscribing, please go ahead and subscribe, all right? We're trying to raise our subscriber count. up to 1,000 because we'd like to add some like chapters to our
We're doing it for y'all.
YouTube. Yep. So please, if you listen to the whole thing or even just 5 minutes of it, please go ahead and subscribe. We really appreciate it. All right. And like always, don't forget to keep talking that trash. Peace out.
Peace.
And Gil said bye too.
Yeah, notice that.